Hey guys, it's Tash. Today I wanted to talk about a little something. A little something to do with the YouTube community. Something that happened fairly recently. VidCon. If any of you have been to VidCon, let me know in the comments. This is just something that I thought about. I wanted to make this video just to kind of, I don't know, share my thoughts on VidCon and see what other people think about this as well. Now, I could sit here and list all the great reasons to go to VidCon. It's like, you meet your favourite YouTubers, you get to go to this like awesome convention and see YouTubers do shows, and you meet fellow fans and maybe people who you have been talking to over the internet, and it's great. And I am planning to go next year because I live in England and it'll cost me a lot, but I have got a job and everything, and I am planning that is my holiday next year, to go to California, and I'm gonna spend 2 weeks there, and I'm gonna go to VidCon. Now, here's the thing. I've been thinking about a few things about VidCon lately, stuff which I never actually thought about before. It wasn't until VidCon this year that I started thinking of all these things, partly because I started seeing things that people were tweeting and it made me think, wait, what? First off, I started looking at the, I can't remember what it's called now. What's it called? The schedule, but like looking at all the time of the events and stuff. Now, VidCon's over 2 days. There are a lot of YouTubers, and now I'm lucky because I only like 4 YouTubers. Well, I like more than 4. But I religiously watch 4 YouTubers. They are the ones I love. They are Shane Dawson, Toby Turner, PewDiePie, and Marcia, Pewdie's girlfriend. I'm kind of okay, but I still worry about this. Luckily, Marcia didn't go to YouTube go to VidCon this year, so it might be okay if she doesn't go next year. But I worry about things clashing. Now, I don't know if anyone who went had this problem, but I was looking at the time of things, and Shane's podcast started at 2. PewDie's meetup, sign-in, whatever the hell it was, started at 2, I think. Or it went on until 2. Anyway, so I was like, right, I'd have to choose between meeting PewDie or watching Shane's podcast. I'd probably choose meeting PewDie because then you could just go on and meet Shane afterwards. But like, I would suck to miss his podcast, to go to VidCon and miss Shane's show. And I only like 4 YouTubers, and like I said, there's only 3 of the YouTubers I like that are there. And it's already, things are clashing. It makes me think all these people that like loads of other YouTubers. Like, I like loads of other YouTubers, but there are people who, if I saw them, I'd be like, oh yeah, get a picture of them, but I wouldn't be all like searching around for them specifically. But yeah, so I kind of thought that was a bit, you know, it's a bit of a worry, because next, like, the whole Shane and Toby thing is alright. Like, PewDie's in UK at the moment, and if he has meetups, I'll probably be meeting him, so it wouldn't be so bad with PewDie. But Shane and Toby, as long as they're the same as this year, where Toby's stuff was on the Friday, Shane's stuff was on the Saturday, that'll be fine. So I worry about like being able to meet them both. That would be a big thing for me. And also, like, my friend who I'm going with likes other YouTubers to me, so I guess what we'll have to do is we'll end up having to split up, and she can go to the things that she wants to see and me go to see the things I want to see, because obviously it's unfair if one of us makes the other go to something and miss what they really want to see. Another thing about VidCon, obviously not everyone might be like this, but in my mind, when I go to when I meet my favourite YouTubers, I'm going to want a picture with them. Not just a picture, I want to be filming the whole thing, and I'm going to be like filming us together. I want us to be in the same shot. When I went to Toby's meetup in London last year, he walked right past me. He was probably as close as my camera is to me right now, like a foot away. I filmed him and everything, but I wasn't in the shot with him. I've spent so many hours looking for someone who was filming at that point to try and see if they have a shot of me and Toby together. And in my mind, it's kind of like, you know, people are like picture proof or it didn't happen. I'm not that myself. If I don't have a picture of myself with this person, in my mind it never happened. because my memory is nothing. I need a picture to be able to look at and be like, oh my god, that is me with this person. So basically, I forget about Toby's meetup because I haven't got a picture that I can like have as my profile picture and everything. I'm like, oh wait, Toby Turner walked past me. Like, I'm watching his YouTube videos and I don't think, oh my god, that guy walked past me. One time I will, and I'll be like, oh my god, I completely forget that I've seen this guy in person. Like, it's crazy. And I saw people at Shane's meetup, and they were saying they weren't allowed to take pictures. Now, one girl who I was looking at her page, she took a picture anyway. She like made the security guy take a picture. She was like, take it. People were taking them. I probably would take a picture anyway, but I'd kind of feel a bit embarrassed and I'd feel like it was rushed and everything. Last year at his meetup, I don't know if they could take pictures themselves, but there was a photographer taking the pictures and they were put online. Now, like, that's a bit stupid. I mean, yes, they're YouTubers and everything, but why does there need to be security being assholes? Like, apparently you weren't allowed to hug him either. Now, I'd be like, bitch, I'm fucking paid £1,000 to come here, and you're not even letting me fucking hug him. Like, I would probably get kicked out because I wouldn't be standing for none of that shit. So I'd probably have to like have my friends hold me back. I'd be like, right, if you don't hold me back and calm me down, I'm gonna go ballistic. Ballistic? Since when do I say that word? So I would probably go mental. So that worries me, cause if anything, it seems like VidCon are getting more, you know, worse with the security wise and stuff like that. Like, it was signings this year as well, like where they were sat behind the table and you go up to them and they sign something and then you gotta reach across the table to hug them. Whereas last year, like, you literally just went up to them, stood up. Like, that's what I'd rather it is, so you can like hug them and stuff and like film yourself with them, and rather than being across the table. Like, it kind of makes me worry and it makes me think, do I even want to go next year? Like, I still want to go. Meeting them is better than nothing, but I kind of feel like it's gonna not be as good, my experience, as it could have been in previous years. So I kind of worry about that. Like, Toby, this is another thing with Shane though. Toby's there for both days. Like, on the Saturday, I noticed if you saw his Instagram videos, he was walking around outside the building, like taking pictures with fans. When he wasn't anything that was organised, he was just walking around and fans were bumping into him and that. Shane is only, his stuff, same was last year as well, his stuff was on the Saturday. So he literally just went to Anaheim on the Saturday and did that and then went. Like, don't mean to say this in a really horrible way, but he's a YouTuber. If VidCon's both days, he should be there for the whole thing, if you know what I mean. It's so, he wants to go there and meet fans, and it has this meetup where people are like seeing him for a split second. He should be doing what Toby's doing and actually hanging around with people. I swear he did on the other years, but this year and last year he just literally went on Saturday, and that makes me think, like, I could, if he went there the day before, I could like bump into him and then be like, oh hey, and I'll see him again the next day. So it's just kind of like, I think he should be there for both days, seeing as it's a YouTube convention and he's a YouTuber. He should be there for the whole thing. Like, it seems like he literally just goes there to do his show and his sign-in and then goes again. Like, he doesn't want to be around the place. So that's basically, is that all I had to say about it? I think so. Did you go to VidCon? Let me know. Are you going next year? Maybe I'll see you there. Hopefully. I really hope I can go. But yeah, let me know if you went and if you were able to see everyone. Was there any problems with things clashing? And did you hate the fact that you couldn't take pictures with them? Like, seriously. Can't even take a picture. That'll piss me off. I'll be like, fuck you, bitch. I need that to be my profile photo and everything. My battery is low and I'm really worried it's about to die, so I will see you with, I think, a Spain vlog next. So, see you on the weekend or something. Bye. Seriously though, if I was at VidCon, I'd probably like totally freak out in front of them, and Shane and Toby would be like, oh my god, she's a word out. I'd be like, oh no!